Good afternoon. I bring greetings to you from the African Union Commission and especially from my director, Professor Ahmed El-Sawali. I hope you receive the greetings. My task, Mr. Chairman, is very simple because from what we heard since morning, it appears that I will only be reaffirming that animal identification and recording systems are important in Africa. So because it looks like that's a given. But however, I will attempt to present what we had prepared for you. I'll give you a brief introduction from what AU-AIBA is. I'll be talking briefly because it has been talked about the importance of livestock. The justification as to whether animal identification and recording is important in Africa will be based on several activities AU-AIBA has undertaken involving stakeholders. We have done situational assessment in the different regions and countries in Africa. We have just finalized development of a livestock development strategy for Africa, which AIBA was the lead agent, but it is a document or is a strategy for Africa. We were only just leading the team to develop it. And I will also base the discussion on the increasing demand for compliance with SPS and food safety matters, and then I'll provide some conclusion. So that is AU-AIBA, and I don't need to tell you much about it. The office started in 1951, aimed at eradicating red pest. 1956, it transformed it to AIBA because it widened the scope. 65, we got integrated in OAU. 70, we expanded further and we became AIBA. In 2003, we became a technical office of the African Union Commission, and that's why we are called AU-AIBA. AU-AIBA has that mandate to coordinate the development and utilization of livestock, fisheries, and wildlife as resources for human well-being and economic development in the member states of the African Union. About the importance of livestock in Africa has been said. I don't need to spend a lot of time in this. Suffice is to say a big number is involved in the trade or livestock keeping. It contributes a very high percentage to agricultural GDP. Of course, we all know it's a good source of very important micronutrients, and it provides employment and livelihoods. And this, of course, is important for the economic development of African Union member states. So, given the importance of the sector, you all know the commitments that were made by our heads of state during the Marabu meeting, normally called the Marabu Commitments. And given the importance of the sector is then well positioned towards contributing to the achievement of the commitments. And you remember one of them is ending hunger by 2025. We don't want to have it now. We need to end it. Again, we need to have the poverty by 2025. And given the importance of livestock, it's able then to support that particular commitment. Remember, and it has come up during the presentations we have had this afternoon, the importance of intra-regional trade. And our heads of state were also keen on that, and the sector is going to contribute towards the achievement of tripling the intra-Africa trade. So it's a key sector for us. In terms of enhancing resilience, again, as one of the commitments of Marabu, the sector is going to enhance the resilience of our people through improved production, through improved trades, of course, using tools like the animal identification and recording systems. So, what are the main considerations? The question that was posed to us was, are animal identification, traceability, and health performance recording an issue or a priority in Africa? I already mentioned that this really has been tackled. We are all in agreement that this is a real priority. But let's see how we are basing this based on our experiences on the ground, so that we see whether then that agrees with what we have also received today. So what we have done previously is to talk to the stakeholders about animal identification and recording activities. AIBA and partners have also undertaken several studies in various regions and member states to understand the situation of animal identification and recording. Recently, during the development of the livestock development strategy, we undertook regional assessments in all the 5 regions of Africa. The regional assessments were followed by validation workshops in those regions, and also based again on the threats in the importing countries and consumers. So during one of the meetings we held with the stakeholders in 2012 in Addis Ababa, this issue of animal identification and recording became an important issue. The stakeholders involved came from Livestock Trade and Marketing Association, continental and regional initiatives. We had participation from the REX. And during this meeting, they expressed the need for establishment of a livestock identification and traceability system. And these were the felt needs, which I don't think I need to go through because they totally agree with what we have said today. Facilitation of trade, breeding and genetic improvement, facilitation of animal movement, disease control and public health, resolution of conflicts, including cattle rustling, importance of animal identification and recording for census and for insurance purposes, because we need to know which animal then you are using as collateral. They made very interesting recommendations, which again have come up very well today, that when developing and designing rates, we need to take into consideration traditional systems. They also said copy and paste approaches should be avoided, and that is coming out very clearly during this meeting, that we do not just have to copy one system and assume it will work for us. And they were for simple and sustainable systems, and you should always consider benefits versus costs. And they also recognize the need for harmonization and communication with all the stakeholders during design, implementation, and monitoring of the system. Again, we also held a meeting with participants or with stakeholders from this region sometime in 2012, and these were the objectives of the meeting, and the stakeholders had this to say. They said member states should set up, designate or improve capacity of a responsible body under the supervision of country's competent authority. So they were keen on a specific body to manage issues to do with animal identification and recording. They also stated there was need for wide stakeholder consultation, and they also noted that the member states will only adopt if the benefits realized of course, are more than the costs involved. They also gave a responsibility to regional economic communities to design a REITs operational framework based on the international standards and guidelines. So the issue of harmonization at the REC level. And also, the REC should also set up a strategy to support member states to implement the international standards. And then AU, AIBA, and REC should promote, and member states should adopt simple, affordable, and sustainable REITs or animal identification and recording systems. So again, you see, this is in total agreement with what we have already stated. And I need to move fast on that because they really agree with what we have said. Again, after the stakeholders' consultation, we undertook regional assessments, and we involved 26 countries, We involved 26 countries, and these were the findings. That animal identification with or without a traceability was practiced and supported. And it was used to access to lucrative livestock markets, like in this region, where you can just see this vehicle is not from the region, but it's just depicting that once the SPS standards are satisfied, then animals can just move to lucrative market. This is a picture taken in one of the quarantine stations in the IGAD region, demonstrating that quality assurance, like in quarantine stations and feed rods, also use animal identification and recording system. It was also important to support livestock management intensive production system. The REIT system will also support genetic improvement. It demonstrates ownership, identifies vaccinates, and it also supports market transactions. And again, it supports control and eradication programs. So all what I'm saying is the views from the stakeholders agreed very well with the views we corrected at the country level, meaning that animal identification and recording is indeed a priority issue in all the regions and the member states that were consulted. So you can see this, the REITs, maybe it has not come up this morning, but you can see animal identification are also very useful at the market level to indicate the transaction. And probably when we are designing animal identification and recording system, we should also be able to see at the market level what kind of system are we going to go for to indicate that transaction, because it is important if we are to trace back diseases at the points where they originate, if at least they are detected at the market level. Again, the system is to support disease control and eradication schemes. So this is what we found in the countries that we did the assessments. Again, there was the issue of goat identification for traceback of mohair, traceback to the slaughterhouses, and to help identify the trader supplying livestock for export. If you look at that camel, you should be able to see a mark on the body, and this camel was destined to go to Egypt, but by just carrying that particular blood, the trader on the other side in Egypt is able to tell that this camel is from trader X in a particular country. So these are very interesting use of REITs. So what were the further findings? Very few countries had a national or an animal identification recording system covering either nationally or a segment of the sector. All the 26 countries practiced this practice, and the methods that were used are all what you have mentioned this morning, including very interesting one like shaving the hair, just to indicate, especially to indicate transaction at the market level. So I don't need to go through these individual methods because we have talked about them. And what is important is that all the countries had plans in the near future to put in place an animal identification and recording system, either nationally or for a segment of the livestock population, given the very huge livestock population in the Greater Horn of Africa. Thinking of starting one-off system is impossible, and we have received very good inputs from the groups this afternoon that this needs to be phased approach, because they are huge population in most of our countries. Very important, our findings also say you need to consider context. This has come up, and the results of our studies indicate the following challenges. And there are many inadequate data to support policy formulation, because we are saying there is need to have policy and registration to support animal identification and recording. But policy based on what? All countries, not all countries, most of the countries had gaps in their data. Therefore, the policies that are going to be formulated may not be useful for the users. There was need for policy and legal frameworks. This has come off. Rural awareness, high cost, livestock mobility in some regions, like the IGAD region. Capacity was an issue. Large livestock population is a big issue which we need to consider. Inadequate harmonization. This, again, department in charge of implementation of AIRs are not under one ministry. We heard this morning from OIE that this should be under the competent authority. But in some countries, you realize the responsibilities are under several ministries, becoming a challenge. There was poor organization and regulation of livestock marketing, weak enforcement, and social and cultural issues were found to be issues to be addressed. These, again, have come up this morning. this afternoon, inadequate financial resources, weak institutions, all these were found to be challenges. In all the region, this was recognized, the need of regional harmonization. Again, affirmed this afternoon. And when thinking about regional harmonization, maybe this is new, and maybe I need to talk about this. There is need for a common objective, right? Because different countries will have different objectives. But you need to establish a common objective. And for IGAD region, the common objectives were supporting trade, disease control, ownership were key issues. And again, I think this has come up from the presentation by the East African group. And based on these three pillars, IGAD now is developing a regional guideline based on these common objectives to harmonize animal identification and recording in the region. Work has just been concluded, and I think the lead consultant is with us in this room. Again, I said I will also support the need for animal identification and traceability through the process we went through during the development of livestock development strategy for Africa. And AIBA was tasked to lead this process by the Council, Executive Council of AU. AIBA was requested to lead this process. And this requested by the Council was based on the ministerial recommendation during their meeting in Abidjan. And the issue here was the slow growth of the livestock sector in Africa, the slow growth which needs to be addressed. And as I said before, we undertook regional assessment in all the regions of Africa to assess all these issues, policies, institutions. And what is important for us this afternoon is to realize during the regional assessments, which were just carried last year, the issue of animal identification and recording became a key issue. And it's one of the elements which is being handled in the livestock development strategy for Africa, which is our development strategy for the next 20 years. So REITs activities are well captured in that particular document. Again, it's important to realize that this strategy was adopted by the summit in January 2015, and is a strategy we will have to work with for the next 25 years. And that is the vision of the strategy for a competitive and sustainable livestock sector that significantly contributes to prosperous Africa, where then REITs is one of the issues to be addressed. And that is the goal of the strategy, to transform the African livestock sector for enhanced contribution to socio-economic development and equitable growth. So we really need to integrate REITs, or animal identification and recording, to achieve this particular goal. So these are the 4 resort areas for the strategy. I do not need to go through them. You will get them when you get the presentation. But REITs will play a role in all this. So about the demands, why need REITs? And we have heard this morning. There is increased global demand for animal and animal products, especially in non-traditional areas, Asia and others, and in Africa itself. Again, we have had this information. Consumers are becoming more and more discerning. They need to know where the animals are coming from. There is increasing demand by importing countries on improved SPS and food safety standards. Animal identification and recording system form an important basis for quality assurance. And there is need to meet the growing demands and stringent market requirement on SPS by implementing. So we need to implement this in order to meet the demands by the consumers and the importing countries. So if we do that, then we'll be able to position our sector, the livestock sector, to contribute to the commitments made at Marabou. I think it's important because whatever we are doing should really contribute to that vision of ending hunger by 2025, having poverty by 2025. So what are the conclusions? Only a few countries in Africa have national or animal identification record system covering a segment of livestock sector. Only a few, could be about 4 or so. Animal identification without a traceability component is widely carried in Africa. AIRs is a key issue constraining livestock development in Africa. The Livestock Development Strategy provides a common framework to support countries to approach animal identification and recording from the perspective of overall livestock development. We cannot afford just to isolate AIRs. It should be part of an integrated system to support livestock development. There is an increasing demand by livestock importing countries on compliance with SPS and food safety standards. Animal identification, traceability, and health and performance recording are therefore issues of high priority for Africa. Given all what I have said, we conclude by saying, therefore, these issues are real and they need to be addressed. And development of improved animal identification and recording system need to take into account the different peculiarities and features of different production systems. This has come up. Fundamental challenges that we are all familiar with by this time need to be addressed if we are going to have a successful animal identification and recording system. We acknowledge the African Union member states for commitment in the development of the livestock sector and the development and technical partners, including FAO, other OIE, and others, for support provided to our institution in carrying out our mandate. Thank you very much.